Hello and welcome. If you're a final expense telesales agent and you have been one of the many agents who have been asking me for another full call so you can listen to it, dissect it, understand tonality, tempo, and get a good breath of what it looks like, then stay tuned because that is exactly what I'm sharing with you today. You have asked, I am answering. But before we dive into it, hello. If we have not yet met, my name is Ashley Mullinex, and I am a final expense telesales agent. I have found my way in this industry. I am a mom, I'm a wife. I crush it in the space working at a part-time capacity, and I am here to help the other agents out there get an understanding, grow 1% better every day, and get really, really good at your craft because this is an amazing industry to be a part of, a lot of fruit to get out of it. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the call. I want to highlight something. I have used a new tool. You can teach an old dog new tricks. It is an application called Crank Will. I do plan on coming out with a video in the upcoming weeks showing you how to use the tool, but it absolutely saved this sale. I had a lady who had bought something on Facebook Marketplace in the past. When we got to the close, she literally said, I 100% want this. However, like I have zero trust over the phone. You're going to have to mail me some stuff in the mail and then we can talk shop and do business. I immediately sent her a text message. She was able to see the entire Mutual of Omaha application and then she was totally at peace. Once she saw my face, I waved to her on camera. She saw my screen. That was it. Home run. We were into the application and she was so happy and thankful. And she was at so much peace because she was able to actually see the person on the other side of the screen. So I really hope you guys like this. If you have questions, comments, concerns, please message me below. As always, I give my script away for free. It is in the description. Click it, download it, follow along in the call, use it. So many agents are reaching out to me saying, oh my gosh, your script's just like everything's clicking. It's helping me so much. That's what it's there for. I want to help you to the best of my ability. And if you find value from listening to this full call of a presentation, smash that subscribe button.
Hello?
Hey, Kathy, this is Ashley. How are you?
Good.
Good, good. Sorry I'm running a couple minutes behind to the appointment that you set.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am. I got everything pulled up here. I just want to verify your zip code was 54941. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And were you looking for coverage on yourself or was this going to be for a loved one?
For myself.
For yourself. Okay. And were your main concerns just final expenses or trying to leave some I love you money? What's your goal?
I wanted to know what the options for both were.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you have anything in place to help with the burial cost or not yet?
No. I'm 63 years old. I unfortunately, my mother passed away recently. And wasn't set up for anything. So that was total out of pocket. And then, which I had to cover. And then my father, which is the reason I'm here in Wisconsin, I'm taking care of my father and he's 86 years old. And so what I did is I paid for his expenses. So it wouldn't, I took it upon myself to be proactive about it because with my mom, it just happened. So anyway, I don't want that to fall on my children, to be honest with you. And so just trying to get ahead of the game, just trying to get some options.
Okay. Well, first off, my deepest condolences for the passing of your mom. That is never easy, and especially when it's not expected. It's very hard to go through.
Yeah. I actually came here for 2 weeks, and I've been here almost 2 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that totally shifted your whole life. Yeah.
Well, I just retired. Thought I was doing the right thing, retiring early at 60. And, this is a way different culture for me. I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Oh,
So
yeah, that is.
come to Wisconsin, it's like, whoa.
Yes, that is quite the
Yeah.
change. Quite the
Yes,
change.
it
Okay.
is.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, just to kind of back up and let you know how I help families, it's
Okay.
very simple. So I am a broker.
Right.
Simply
Hmm.
put, that just means I do get to look at 26 different carriers at once. So the
Okay.
goal of our call is just to see out of those carriers that you're eligible for, who's actually
Okay.
giving you the best rate statewide, but we can get these answers on the call. Is that helpful to you?
Yes.
Okay, so let me see here. Everything's based off of age and health. And I have, yeah, what's your date of birth? Height and weight on a good day.
Height is 5. I think it's 5'5", and weight is probably 230.
230. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go through here. I saw that you were talking to my assistant Grace through text messages. I'm trying to see, you're not a smoker, are you? You said no to
No.
smoking? Okay.
No. No.
Gotcha. And some of the carriers we're sifting through here, they do take certain forms of payment method, others do not.
Okay.
Do you have a traditional account with a bank, or do you use a direct express card with the government?
I have a checking account, savings account.
Traditional. Okay.
Yeah,
And then
traditional.
yes, ma'am. And as far as your health, I saw that you were answering no to a lot of the
Yes.
health questions. Do you have
I have
any
nothing.
mild? Okay.
Nothing.
Well, that's
Take
good. That's a
no
blessing.
medication. And again, this is proactive. I'm doing
Mhm.
this, so that I don't leave my children in the same
Yeah.
situation that I was left in.
No, I understand.
Food
Yeah.
of, thought of, So
Sounds like you were put in a pretty hard spot. What was that like for you when you had to go through that?
yeah. I mean, you have to come up with $8,000, and yeah. I mean,
How did you do that? What did you
well,
have
and I took it out of my savings account.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was crazy. They didn't have anything. They were from the 1960s, and they
Mm.
didn't have anything. I don't know
Okay.
why.
No, I understand. That's
I
okay.
can't.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you're
Live and
doing the
learn.
right thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, at
Yeah.
least you're being proactive now, right? We all live
Right.
and learn, and we make
Yeah.
changes. So, okay. Let me ask
Exactly.
you this. So, you're on no
Mhm.
medications, no health history of any kind.
No.
Have you been hospitalized overnight for any reason in the last 2
No.
years?
No.
Okay.
Last time I was hospitalized was over 20 years ago.
Okay, good. Well, then keep taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Before I jump too far into everything with you, very important to me with the way of the world. You know who I am. So I
Uh-huh.
did just send you a text message with my digital card. So you're
Okay.
going to see my photo of my face, license number, all of my contact information's there for you. So if
Okay.
you do need anything else, like a copy of the state license, please don't hesitate to ask. I can get that to you. All right?
Okay. Mhm.
So let me see here. Now, looking at all these options here, I do want you to know everything's kind of sorted in price ranges. So I need you to tell me where to kind of start shopping at for you.
Sure.
Would you say somewhere between like 80 to 100 a month? Is that comfortable or a bit much?
That would be comfortable. That's kind of what I was anticipating.
Okay. So we'll kind of start there. And I know that you said the main concern was the burial, and if you could leave some I love you money.
Correct.
I know that you said that you pulled like the 8,000 from your savings.
Well,
that
that was here in this small little town. I'm
okay?
sure. And again, it may be years from now. I'm hoping.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
those
Yeah, no,
prices will
100%.
go way
The
up.
good book says we got to 120, so
Yeah,
challenge
yeah.
accepted.
How about it?
Okay, so let me ask you this, so I know that we're
Uh-huh.
filling in the proper need for you and your children.
Sure. Yes.
Do you know what your final wishes are? Do you want a cremation or burial?
Cremation.
Okay, cremation. And with the
Correct.
cremation, do you know if you're going to do like a full service or just keep it super simple with what
No
like they call
service.
a direct?
No service. Just cremation.
Okay, just the
N-
cremation and the urn,
Correct.
correct?
No service at all.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know how much that's costing families in the Wisconsin area?
With no service, I would say, well, I just know from what I was quoted for what I've prepaid for my father, which is what he is going to get, it was $3,500.
Okay. And with what your father's going to get is kind of right in line with what you were desiring too, correct?
Pretty much. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yes.
that lines up with what kind of we see statewide. The average cost of the direct cremation is about $3,000. So that can vary
Okay.
by zip code. So you're
Sure.
kind of spot on there.
Okay.
But really, too, we also want to make sure that there's a little bit of cushion for inflation. I take it
Yes.
for you as
Yes.
well. Okay.
Yes.
So really, conservatively speaking, as long as there's like $5,000 in place for your cremation, anything above that would just be the I love you money to your children, the
Correct.
extra money. Gotcha. Okay.
Correct.
And for you, Kathy, I take it your kids are the one in charge of taking care of your final expenses, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Have you kind of had a conversation with them? Are they in a place where, God forbid, something happened next week? Can they cover the cremation cost for you?
Yes, if needed. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's a blessing.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess your main goal though is for them not to have to do that. Is that kind of why
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I understand. Well, I'm going to do my best here for you.
Okay.
I do want to make sure what we're looking at, though, this is the type of coverage you're looking for. Okay, so
Okay.
what we're looking at is called whole life, means
Uh-huh.
a couple of different things.
Okay.
First and foremost, premium payments, they never change. Okay, you're
Okay.
locked in for life. The coverage amount, whichever coverage amount you choose, it can never decrease on you. So no matter your age, your health, your habits, no one can take it away. Also, because it's whole life, it is tax-free. So when it pays out to your children, they do not claim it as income. Okay. Do you have any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay. Was that kind of what you were looking for? More of that like
Yes.
permanent? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I do have good news. You are super healthy, so it does show that you're
Yeah.
eligible for the best option.
Okay.
Statewide, do you have a pen and paper?
Yes, I'm writing this down as you speak.
Okay, perfect. Well, if I talk too fast, let me know. I can repeat myself.
Nope. We're good.
Awesome. Okay. So the name of the carrier we're looking at is Mutual of Omaha.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I've actually looked into them.
Okay, yeah. They've been around for a very, very long time. Very well
Absolutely.
known, very established.
Yes.
Most importantly, statewide, they are offering you the best rate. So
Yes. Okay.
looking at the options here, do want you to know the options we're looking at, we're not married to them. So if you want to look higher or lower, we can, totally fine. Really, all we do from here is we submit an application to see if you can get the full approval. But when you
Okay.
do that, just know you don't pay for anything at that time. Most families will align that payment up with like a payday, like Social Security or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So I'm looking here at their starter program. Their starter program actually is going to do exactly what you need it to do. It's going to cover the $5,000 to account for inflation, and it's going to leave quite a chunk of change left over for your children. $15,000 in fact. So this plan is for a total of $20,000 in coverage,
Okay.
and then that would be for $72.23 a month. And then next to that,
72.20. Okay.
yes,
Got it.
72.23.
Got
And
it.
then next to that, you can add with Mutual of Omaha an accidental protection. If you want to add that, that simply would double the face amount if you died in an accident. So if you're still pretty active and you drive around a lot, it might be good to get. But that would increase that monthly premium for accidental to $78.67 if you wanted that. Okay.
And that would bring it to 40,000.
If you were to pass away from an accident, yes. So the level benefit of the $20,000 would be for any cause of death, really bad pneumonia, something like that. But if you were to die in an accident, like a car accident, a shooting, medical malpractice, anything like that,
Yeah.
then it would double the face amount to $40,000. So that's optional. You don't have to do it. Just know that it's available if you want to. Okay. The next option here is actually their most common program at Mutual of Omaha. Most families typically will go with this. It does obviously everything the starter plan does, but this just leaves extra love money. So this one would be $25,000 in total, leaving roughly $20,000 for your children. And then that would be, let me see, that is the $89.49 a month.
Okay.
And then for that, let me get the accidental pulled up here for you. Hold on one second. Accidental on that plan would be $97.54. And remember, the accidental will double that face amount. So the 25 would become 50.
Got it.
Okay. And then the next option here, not sure if I would recommend it for you. Might be more coverage than what you're looking for, but you just kind of let me know.
Mm-hmm.
This one would be for a total of $30,000 in coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one is $106.75. And then let me see here. If we look at the accidental on that.
I'm sorry, that was for how much? For 30,000.
Yeah, the 30,000 was going to be $106.75. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
75.
Okay.
But the accidental on that plan would be $116.42.
Got it. Okay.
Like I said, the biggest challenge is just getting the full approval for Mutual of Omaha, but you kind of fill me in just as a mom. Do any of those options kind of give you the peace of mind that you were looking for?
Yeah, I was kind of, looking more towards, and so these are, if I'm not mistaken, these are locked in, right? They never change.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, these are different than what, have you been kind of out there looking at like term?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so term is one of those. Has anyone ever explained the difference between term and whole life to you?
I do know the difference, but I just wanted to verify that. So it would not change as I got older.
Correct, and it wouldn't expire. So term typically will leave you at the age of 80.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and depending on the type of term plans that you choose over time, that monthly premium will increase on you. So a lot of times families will hit like their 70s and it'll just become unaffordable for them.
So what happens at 80?
It's gone. Yeah, it's just gone. The term just cancels. There's no cash value. It's over.
And you don't get any money back?
No, you don't get any money back. They're designed just to be there for a specific amount of time, and when that time's up, the coverage is gone.
I think that's what my parents had. Yeah, because she had nothing. I think that's what she had.
Oh, and she thought that she might have had something.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think happened. Wow. Okay, that I wasn't aware of. Wow. That's weird.
So most of the time,
really not fair. You put in 20, like in my case, it would be,
at least
20,
close to 20. Yeah, close to 20 years, but
close to 20 years, and you get nothing. Wow.
Yeah. So those term plans, just to kind of, provide you a little bit more insight. The term plans were really designed for younger families, like folks in their 20s, their 30s.
Right.
That way they could get something to last 30 years. That way, if dad dies, mom can keep food on the table and keep the mortgage paid, right? Till she gets on her feet. But when we're looking at something for like the final expenses, most families, the best fit is the whole life because it will never leave them and they can never like outlive it. It's always there. It's a guaranteed. Yeah.
Okay, so
is that kind of what you were looking for?
But everything that you have been quoting me, that was under whole life, right?
Correct. Yeah, this is whole life. So that was that permanent stuff. So no matter your age, your health, or your habits, it will never leave you.
Oh, okay. All right. Ooh, I was just like thrown there. Okay, so because they bought their policy in the 60s. And I don't think they were, I don't know, a lot of things we didn't have answers to because my mom did the finances through their 64-year marriage. My father knew nothing.
Wow.
Like totally didn't have, he knew nothing. He gave her his paycheck and that was it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we were like totally in the dark. Okay. So, but for me, with a whole life, even if I'm past 80, They
Oh
still
yeah.
will get my,
hmm
okay, then that's what I want. Okay.
Yeah,
If
that's
I'm
the one.
gonna,
It'll never leave you.
yeah,
It'll
okay.
always be there. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's what I want. Okay.
Yes.
Because that just seems stupid doing it the other way, but okay.
Yes.
I'm sure because of cost and having 5 kids, that's the reason why they did what they did. I understand.
Yeah, especially if
Okay.
they did it back in the 60s. That would have made
They
sense
did.
for them.
They did it in the 60s. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. All right. So the only thing that I ask, and it's only because I've been tricked. I don't know what to say, but so I would like. I mean, I'm 100% ready to do this. The only thing that I would need is something sent to me, printed out. I can't have it on my phone because I have no resources here to print it out. Like if you
Okay.
sent it on my phone, I need it sent to me via mail. Could be regular UPS mail. Or,
Sure, just to kind of verify
correct,
exactly
to
what we're doing
verify
and
everything, and so that I have it in print. I basically what happened to me is when I first moved here, my insurance was through Oregon, and so I had no health insurance when I moved here, and so I went through Marketplace, and I got screwed, and ended up I went to I just went to a doctor's office, and then come to find out that I was paying every month, but the insurance was bogus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let me do this for you, Miss Cassie. I got a really cool software here real quick. Hold on. I'm going to send you a text message.
Okay.
957-7751. And it's been a minute since I've used this, so if I'm a little clunky with it, bear with me here, but I'll get it to you. Let me to my program window. And we will move Mutual of Omaha over here. There we go. So we're going to send a text. And again, bear with me if I'm a little clunky on this, but when you click that message, did you get a text?
Yes.
Okay. So open that up and tell me what you see.
Does
it show you my screen?
Clicking the link. Wait, join my meeting by clicking the link. Okay. I think this is you.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what you're looking at, can you see me see me waving at my webcam?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
hi.
So hi. Yeah, technology is really cool. This is me in my office. And this is the Mutual of Omaha application that you're looking at. So what we can do together, if it's helpful to you, is we can fill this out in real time. You'll be able to see every single step of the process. Would that be helpful for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. So then let me get this going. So we have Miss Kathy is your legal first name, correct?
It's Kathleen.